Yo, Hotep family, what up 3 times, man? It's your G King Shu, man. First and foremost, I'm gonna say Dua Ra, because I never had much appreciation for the sun until this summer, because it rained more than anything. It feel like the fucking tropical rainforest out here, man. To be on the East Coast, man, it's supposed to be hot. It's hot one day, but then it rained 3 days straight. Like, shit is, I'm getting tired of this shit. But anyway, this video right here, you know, and I know the connection probably get bad because I'm ready to drop some real shit. And you know, when you drop that real, the connection all of a sudden get bad. But, you know, I see it now, yo. Our people don't know how to define race. That's one of our problems. We don't know how to define the enemy because we don't know how to define race. You know what I'm saying? And I was the first one to bring the real, where the white man really came from. And the white man is he's an albino Dravidian, an albino Indian. And I break it all down in one of my videos. Whoever want to go check it out, if not, whatever. It's called Race Decoded. And I break it all down. And but anyway, the whole point of this is because you have so many people saying stuff and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. That's the main thing we have to stop doing. Stop speaking if you can't back up your information. You can't be out here trying to fucking teach just because you heard a couple YouTube videos and read a couple books. Reading a book is not primary research. I'm gonna say that again. Yo, reading a book is not primary research. You have to know how to research. You have to, for example, I'm not just gonna say that and not tell you a way to do it. What you do is you have to find out who wrote the book. You have to find out what's their credentials. You have to find out how did they get their sources, and then you find out their sources. Where they getting their information from. Then once you find out where they getting their information from, you hold on to that in your mind, and then you go to that source that you got from them, that they studied. You go to their source. Now once you go to their source, basically what you're doing is you're trying to narrow it down to the primary source. You're going straight to the straight to the source, basically. Right? So that's how you research. And a lot of us be out here, we watch a couple YouTubes, like, and then we think we got to figure it out, and everybody out here trying to tell somebody this and tell somebody that. Now, this video, I did it on here because the YouTube had bad connection or whatever, but I'm gonna upload this on YouTube. And at the end of the day, right, there's only 2 races. Race is a social construct that the pale man created, and there's only 2 races. You could call it white and black. You could call it pale and melanated. Whatever you want to call it, is only 2 races. Now, when you get into nationalities, the landmass, the geographical locations you are, I don't care where on this planet, you can either have a pale version of that nationality or you have a melanated version of that nationality. And those melanated people are black. Where we get confused, when we think about black, we think we monopolize the term black. We also think we as black people, black Americans, we as American Africans, we tend to think that our story is like we've been through the worst. Like we think our plight is the worst plight. We think the white man only fucked us over and fucked the rest of the world because nobody helped us. You see, this is what I'm saying when you don't do the research. And that's why, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, this all came up, and I had this conversation with a couple people before. People always like make vague statements and broad statements. So they say Indian people is not black. I mean, I'm talking about people of India. That's a false statement. Which people in India are you talking about, for one? Because there are black people in India. And the same shit that we went through, they had to deal with their white people. We have our version of white people who you know, fuck us over. They have their version of white people who fuck them over. And to be honest, their version of white people is the ones who kicked it all off. That's where the Aryans come from. They're white people. The white ones, the white Aryans, they fucked them over first. You understand? Not first, but they fucked them over. And that's where you got these other Anglo-Saxon Europeans want to claim that Aryan shit. Them bitches ain't Aryan. You feel me? They want to be relevant so bad, but that, you know, it ain't about them. But I just wanted to put that out there. We have to learn how to define race. I don't care if you go to Mexico, you're going to have black Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference between race and nationality, and we need to get this through our head. And to really define a person's race, you have to start studying biology, DNA, genetics, shit like that. You can't use the looking scholarship. You looking at something and think, oh, this is what it is. This is why when you deal with science, you have experimentation. You feel what I'm saying? Because it don't matter. Once you observe the results, you may be interpreting the results the wrong way, because everybody has their own perception. But science eliminate that, because when you do experiment, you have to get the same result every time, or it's not a scientific fact. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, or scientific law. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we have to start learning. This shit is not easy, B. This is not no microwave information, yo. Niggas gotta be more detailed in the way we think. We gotta stop being so narrow-minded. We really think like Europeans. You feel me? You see, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy to me, yo. But I just wanted to clear that up real quick. This video ain't gonna be that long. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out what type of time I'm on today. Yo, I might call it an early day on the plantation. Take a sick day or something, because I'm not even feeling this rain. You know what I'm saying? None of that. It's stopped now, but, you know. But at the end of the day, family, we have to do more research and learn how to research and have the discipline and take the time out to go find the information. If you're not out here, and when I say this, it's not like you got to go all the way straight to fucking Egypt or something, you know, to find the primary source. It's people, you like, that's another thing. We love to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's already people who did the groundwork. You see what I'm saying? And it's verifiable. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to reinvent the wheel, and that's what a lot of us trying to do. That's why you got niggas out here talking about they Aboriginal. Nah, you're not Aboriginal. These are those people that you claiming are black people, but those are not our black people. You understand? But even with me saying that, at one point, at one time, we all was African. You see what I'm saying? And we all can still be considered African, but you come to a problem when it's like, at what point do you stop being African? Because if you want to be technical, this is why when people say, bro, then white people come from us too. No, white people don't come from us. White people come from the people that come from us. You feel me? White people don't come from us. White people come from the people that come from us, which is the Dravidians. So if you go look at my video, but I'm giving it to you in a nutshell, you know, you see the East Africans, the Dravidian people. And I say Dravidian, I'm talking about the people of India, the natural and original people of India, the dark melanated people of India. Those Dravidian people, they descend from our East African brothers and sisters, from the Sudan, from you know, the Horn of Africa and those places like that. And then it get complex, because throughout history, then you get admixture because of the areas, you know, the Europeans coming down. This is how you get your Arab. Oh, so let me make this clear. So you'll say, okay, so what's the race of a Puerto Rican? They mulattoes. A lot of them is mulattoes. Some of them are lucky enough to still have the DNA of their African descendants, and you could clearly tell, like, this is an African, you know, a descendant of an African person. But for the most part, when you see these Spanish people, stuff like that, these are the mulattoes. You feel me? They the, you know, for example, like when you see the Indian people in the store, you know, the ones that, you know, niggas don't like, the ones that be talking in their language and looking at you laughing and shit, them niggas is the mulattoes. You see what I'm saying? Just like our mulattoes. You're going to have some niggas who going to be cool. You're going to have some niggas who going to be, you know, thinking they better than everybody else. Because in India, they got a caste system. And the darker people is the, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard of the Untouchables and stuff like that. And they've been really fucked over, man. They've been really fucked over. And that's why, you know, everybody talk about Gandhi. When I hear people talk about Gandhi in high praise, I could tell how much you studied. Because Gandhi was a fucking racist. He didn't give a fuck about us. And he was one of them people, like when he wanted peace and stuff like that, he wanted it for his people. He wanted it for that caste system. He ain't talking about the lower people. He don't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's documented facts. So when you see these people in the store, and then you even got lighter skinned people who's on top of them. Those are the ones you see on TV, the Bollywood. You see what I'm saying? Those the ones, they the rich ones. You see what I'm saying? But it get real complex. Even your Arabs. Arabs is not a fucking race. They are fucking mulattoes. They are mixed. They are mutts. All of them are mutts. All of them are fucking mutts. Savage mutts. You feel me? And you know, that's why, you know, if you look at them, if you look at an Arab person, you look at a Spanish person, if they don't open their mouth, because they all got the thick ass eyebrows, hairy as fuck, you know what I'm saying, like looking primitive type, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them be on, you think they pretty boys, but if they take their shirt off, the hair on their body look like a whole sweater, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. But you know, it's a like I was saying, it's a caste system. So we got to do more research, family. We got to do more research and more critical thinking. We can't just, it's not that simple, man. It's a lot of games being played out here that we got to defend ourselves from. I like a lot of psychological games, and I'm going to always reiterate that these people know how the brain work. So if you never seen a TV show called The Brain Games, you know, that's what I'm saying. I study any and everything, B. I'm talking about even down to watching cartoons, because they put messages in the cartoons. You know what I'm saying? They put hidden subliminal shit in the cartoons. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, for example, the B movie. I'm going around the block with this now, but I'm just trying to give examples like of how, you know, we have to start looking at everything critical with a raised eyebrow. Like, hold up, what they trying? You feel me? Because like they always trying something, yo, for real, man. But race, there's only two races. It's the pale motherfuckers and it's the melanated people. You know what I'm saying? It's only two races. Don't let these people fool you. There's no such thing as no Arabs. Same thing with Asians. I don't give a fuck. You go to Asia, you're gonna have the black Asians, you're gonna have the pale Asians. But these countries are so regulated that they can regulate who, you know, who gets seen more. Just like when they show us to the people across seas, they don't show the black doctors, they don't show the black lawyers, they don't show the black, you know, professors. They show the niggas sucking and jiving. They show the coons. You know what I'm saying? They show us as dope boys. They show us as you know, they show us as prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? Comedians, athletes. You know what I mean? They don't show us in our true form, in our true greatness. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, like we gotta get over that shit. Yo, stop talking about who's black and who's not black if you don't study science, B. Real talk. And the way this work, it don't work how you feel. That's what a lot of us really think. We think it goes off of how we feel, our intuition. Your intuition is a gamble. That's not what you're supposed to solely, like, you can't just solely rely on that just because your intuition told you something a couple times and you followed it blindly and you just so happen to be right. You just got lucky. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't, like, the intuition is not supposed to be the end all be all. You're supposed to find out for sure and see what's going on and deal with you know, sound information. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to, you know, get our people to wake up and be more realistic. We talk about keeping it real. We talk about liberation. There's going to be liberation to be a collective mind. Our mind is not collective. And I'm not going down to y'all. And I'm not speaking from a place of arrogance because it's people above me. For example, the Amin Ra Squad. Shout out to everybody in the Amin Ra Squad. Shout out to everybody in the Dagger Squad. These is real scholars. Now go on their Instagram. Shout out to Q Butter. You see what I'm saying? These is real scholars. And Q Butter might not even consider himself a scholar, but he's a fucking scholar. Because anytime you can, you know, build shit from the ground up, nobody taught you how to do that, and you teaching these youngins and teaching them science, but you have to learn it first before you teach it to them. Like, bro, you a doctor too, B. Everybody, like, you up there, B. Like, everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's people up there. You know what I'm saying? But when you want to deal with the metaphysics and the crystals and all that and the shit that make you feel good, that tell me y'all playing. Y'all want comfort. Y'all just want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother drug. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on that. Like we gotta start. Shout out to the surgeon, man. I think bro named Stephon Morris. You know, when he get back in that ring, y'all go support him. Go support black fighters. You know what I'm saying? He said a major key, man. He said we gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable, yo. That was one right there, yo. We gotta start being comfortable with being uncomfortable until we can really be comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. Because we can't fake it till we make it. That's what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop doing that shit, yo. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Let's be realistic. And I know, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a drug. So it's like, yo, how you taking my crystals from me and this, that, and the third? Like, bro, then get you some cowrie shells. Learn to be African for real, cause half of y'all is not even practicing African culture. Y'all practicing a perverted culture. Y'all mix everything with everything. Y'all practicing the occult system. All y'all information come from white people. How do you want to escape white people and you're not thinking African? You see what I'm saying? This is why you got niggas like Dan Calloway. The nigga talking about he Native American, but his name is Dan Calloway. He didn't change it yet. So that should tell you something. Like, we got to learn how to use discernment. See, a lot of us from the hood who really been through something, we had to use discernment as a survival tactic. If you don't, nigga, you'll get ate up out here. So we can see a con nigga like him from a mile away. See, a lot of y'all ain't never been through nothing, so you can't see niggas like Con Calloway, brother Sanchez, bro Sanchez. You can't see niggas like Polite. Niggas see niggas like him from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, it's crazy, but we gotta use better discernment, but it's all good, yo, cause niggas is on the job, man. Niggas gonna start pointing these niggas out. But once we point them out, it's up to you to take it from there. Once you get that baton, now you gotta run. You feel me? You gotta put your miles in. You know what I'm saying? And that shit real. Each one teach one. But the queen put me on the other day. She said each one teach 10 now. So that's how we rocking, man. You heard? So with that being said, man, global African unity, global African resistance. We will win. We hood, but we good. We heroes overcoming oppression daily, man. Real shit, and it's playtime done, man. Real shit is in game, man. If I had that Thanos stone, I'd have snapped half you niggas already, for real. Half this motherfucker be gone. Even if I had to go with it, just to restore order in my eye, that's what we gotta do, man. Cause this shit is bigger than Nino Brown. This planet could live without us, but we can't live without the planet. So if we continue to let these unnatural people run the world, everybody's doomed. Everybody fucking doomed, and they don't give no shits. They don't give no shits. You feel me? It's fucking raining every fucking day in the summertime, B. Come on, yo. I can't, like, this winter, I don't even know what this winter gonna look like, yo. You feel me? Like, because they fucking up the weather. They fucking up they fucking up the balance and the order of things. And so when I'm listening, I watched that movie for the first time, I'm still where the dude Thanos was coming from. And that's why I was giving an example of, it's truth in these movies where it might be for children, but nah, it's messages in there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna wrap y'all up too long, man. Shout out to everybody who came to tune in, you know, who's coming to tune in, because nobody tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people at work, maybe not. Maybe people don't want to be seen on the live. You know, that's cool. But, you know, just use the information if you can. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Don't worry about me if you don't fuck with me. Don't worry about, because these ain't my words. This is what I've learned along the years. This ain't my information. This is just the information that I was able to come across. So don't worry about me. Don't worry about the messenger. You feel what I'm saying? Just get the message and use it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Eat the meat, spit out the bones. And I know a lot of y'all vegans don't like that, but y'all get the message. You know, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. All right? Hotel.